Easton Zangle. Is it Steers or Stiers? Steers, okay. Brady man. Yep, I'm ready to go. Yep, I'm going to do it right now. Ready?
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalin puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets. Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walder's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right. Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba. Throws it down for the two. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Gus and Waupun. Steve Winterhack along with Jeff Sauer to bring you some Waupun Warrior baseball here today at the Gus in Waupun. Another beautiful day.
Excellent.
This could be the last good day we see for quite some time. It looks like some pretty nasty stuff coming up next week, but just a perfect day for some baseball again. Waupun playing another non-conference game tonight, taking on the Lomira Lions here tonight, another team out of the Flyway Conference. And no luck with the team they played last night out of the Flyway, losing 12-8 in that ball game last night. So a little disappointing loss for the Waupun Warriors last night, and a pretty confident-looking Laconia team on the field against Waupun. They were hitting the ball pretty good and got a lot of runs early in the game and just kept Waupun at arm's length away and took it at the end.
Yeah, and I think that obviously doing a little bit of pitching by platoon mattered a little bit yesterday. Some people getting a chance to throw again for the opportunity to get back on the mound, and I think things will be a little bit different today with Mason Holtz going as the starting pitcher for the Waupun Warriors.
And you've got a team here that just got done playing a couple conference games against WLA, smoking them 10-0 in the second game yesterday, and on Tuesday beat them 11-6. So that's where you use your good pitchers. So we'll see who they throw here today against Waupun, but probably their main pitchers were used up in those two games. But still, Lomira is a team that preseason was expected to probably take the Flyway Conference again, and they were ranked pretty high in the state, but then they lost both of those games to Laconia by one run in their ball games earlier this season. So, but like I talked to one of the dads out there, one of the kids from Lomira, it's early part of the season. Let's see it's not how you begin, it's how you end the season. So they're still feeling pretty confident. So you got a pretty good quality team coming in with Lomira tonight, a good test for Waupun before their busy week coming up next week.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, that Lomira was predicted to win the conference, and they started out their two first conference games were against Laconia, and Laconia was able to come out with one-run wins, and the Warriors losing 12-8 to the Laconia Spartans. So I'm expecting a little bit better contest. Again, I was kind of watching that game yesterday, and it kind of looked like it started out just like the Winneconne game where they were down, they battled back, but this time they had a stronger opponent who was able to push them and get the win out of here in that non-conference play.
Yeah, I like the Laconia coach over there. Greg Smith is a great guy, so I always wish them good luck throughout the entire season. We followed them all the way to the state championship game a few years back, and it'll be fun to kind of keep an eye on their team and see how they responded to maybe being overlooked a little bit coming into the season, but knocking off the team that was expected to win both games and then coming against a perennial good team with Waupun and taking care of business handily over here. So it should be fun to see what their confidence is for the rest of the season if they build off that with those wins against these two teams that are playing in front of us today.
And it's always good to have the local talent. I mean, we're talking about a half an hour drive at a max for not even, 20 minutes to Lomira? and 10 minutes over to Rosendale Brandon, and that's pretty tight competition.
Should be about 15 minutes. You don't want to speed going towards over by Rosendale. So if you got to slow down when they have the speed limit says 25, you better be going 25 miles an hour through over in Rosendale. But again, looking forward to another ball game here today. That was our first game that at least that we did for the radio station and Radio Plus yesterday. So looking forward to a very busy week we have coming up next week. We've got some softball, we got some baseball, a lot of great teams around the area. So this should be a pretty fun spring of games to call. I think we're going to take a break right now, and we'll come back with more of our Home and Auto Sales pregame show coming your way in just a few minutes. Waupun Warrior Baseball right here on Radio Plus.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Arch with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Looking to boost that bottom line? Check out the Massey Ferguson 7700S Series tractor at Waupun Equipment Company. These versatile machines have a wide selection of engine, transmission, and hydraulic specs so you can get the perfect machine for the work you need it to do. High-quality engineering and the latest precision farming tools add value and help you find new ways to be profitable. All this from the straightforward, dependable Massey Ferguson 7700S Series. See Waupun Equipment in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden for details.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Andy with us here at the Other Bar Main Street in downtown Waupun. The weather's turning, Andy. It's baseball weather, your favorite, right? Here we go.
Absolutely. The Brewers are on. It's my time of year. The kids are playing well, rolling right along. You can guarantee we've always got the Brewer games going every time they're playing.
Some of the tap lines are always changing, Andy. Some of the seasonal stuff. Talk about that for us.
We're starting to transition over some of the darker stuff and into some of the lighter stuff for summer. We've got a sour on tap right now, and you can definitely find our featured beer from Three Sheeps called the Other Bar Pills. That one we got rolling. That's a mainstay. You'll have to chop in and check out what we got. We got 16 different tap lines going and constantly rolling barrels over, and Steve and I are making things interesting as we go.
11 o'clock is when you open daily, in and out for lunch, too.
We've always got something going on at the special board. You'll have to stop in and see what Tierney's rolling out of the kitchen for that day. We always have hot beef, hot pork, and hot turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's pretty much a mainstay, but Tierney is always rolling something out every day.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
The Other Bar, Main Street, downtown Waupun.
We are back at the Gus in Waupun. Steve and Jeff ready to bring you some high school baseball non-conference action. Waupun taking on the Lomira Lions at the Gus in Waupun. Let's take a look at Waupun and their defense here. They're putting on the field ace pitcher Mason Holtz on the mound, the lefty. He's been having a great season so far. Hunter Camp is behind home plate. Jake Krieger is at first base. Brady White, he's at second base. Evan Sauer, the shortstop. Emmett Hull, he is at third base. Left to right in the outfield is Conrad Davis, Bryant Ferris, and Ethan Cunningham. For the Lomira Lions, their batting order, Turner Wagner, the left fielder, will be leading off, followed by shortstop Talon Litke. Josh Stager, the first baseman, batting third. Cleanup batter is Brady Mann, the center fielder. Then right fielder Connor Steers, batting fifth, followed by Easton Zangle. He is their catcher. Then pitcher Weston Poth. Designated hitter Matt Shelvin and Colton Michaels will be batting ninth, and he is their third baseman. And we are ready to go here at Waupun and the Gus here at Waupun High School. Again, great facility, great day, perfect day, unless you're probably standing out in first base, second base, or right field looking right into the sun and get the fly balls out there. But it's all part of the deal, I guess, this time of the day.
And it'll be interesting to see. I mean, you don't usually have such high winds, at least that I can recall, at this time of year. And yesterday's game, and all games this week, has been very windy out there, and it's played a lot of havoc with the ball, and it's been difficult for both defenses to adjust to the wind.
Yep, another strong, windy day. I didn't think it was. Of course, by my house, I got all the garages around me. I thought, man, it's not windy at all today. And I come over here, and it's just, again, some pretty strong winds. Couldn't even really put up our sign as far as the sandwich board thing out there. That would have just blew it across the parking lot like it did yesterday for me. And we are ready to go. First pitch on the way, and that is a called strike on a fastball right down the middle from Mason Holtz into Turner Wagner. Nice start there for Waupun. We are underway. Next pitch is going to miss just a bit inside. Evens the count now at 1-1.
Mason's really most effective when he stays in front of the hitter, which is the same for all pitchers.
Working the outside part of the plate. No offer on that one from Wagner, but that one paints the outside for a strike. Makes the count 1-2. Haven't seen Mason work since last year, so I'm kind of excited to watch him pitch today. This was hit out towards right field. Ethan Cunningham has to take a few steps off to his left and hauls it in for out number one.
Now up number one, Jack.
Nice job there by Ethan to be able to get underneath it, make sure the sunglasses were down, and wind didn't play much of a factor in that one.
Up to bat now is Talon Litke, their shortstop, right-handed hitter. On deck is Josh Stager. Nick Rush, he might be kind of going for Lomira. He's a Lomira graduate.
Oh, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm guessing he graduated somewhere around 99 or 2000, somewhere in that area.
Just a youngster.
Just a kid, yeah. And he played under Pete Drexler, who was there. I forgot what he said, how many years that Pete was there. Pete Drexler, a legend over there. About 30 years he was there, and he retired from coaching about 5 years or so ago. That one drops into the zone for a called strike. Puts the count at 2-1 into Litke. Got a chance to meet Pete. Real nice guy. Definitely a baseball guy. He's a wealth of knowledge of baseball, and taught Nick everything he knows of baseball. Now Nick's the coach for his son Henry out there coaching him. I'm not sure, he's around 7 or 8 years old, somewhere in that area.
Well, you're kind of in that area too, but as a grappa, right?
That's a little different now. Look at it. So Oh, a swing and a miss on some high heat. Nice pitch there from Mason Holtz, and going down swinging is Talon Lidke. Nice looking pitch there from Mason Holtz.
Josh Stager on deck.
I'm going to tell the story about Nick. When I first met Pete, and he asked where Nick Rush was, and I said, well, Nick's not here today. I'm doing the game. He goes, well, tell him he still has to give me his jersey back from when he played from about like 15 years ago at that time. And I said, I don't think he's going to return it. It's in a frame down in his in his man cave right now, so I don't think you're going to get it back from him. But
yeah, it's amazing what the coaches remember, right?
Oh yeah, not sure if if he was just teasing or not. But Nick said he really asked about that. So called strike on the inside part of the plate to the right-handed hitting Josh Stager.
This, I think, is probably the defensive set that you're going to see out of the Waupun Warriors as their strongest set with Mason on the mound.
Yeah, when Mason's not on the mound, he's usually standing out in center field. And he was at first base for a little while yesterday, too. So a versatile guy. Nice to have a lefty once in a while over at first base. Nothing wrong with that. 2-1's the count. Big swing on that one is going to get fouled out of play over on the right field side. I like that once we lost that big pond out there. We lost so many.
Yeah.
We were going to go broke as a program just because all the balls that ended up going in the drink over there in the retention pond. But luckily they fixed that. That one popped in the air over in short right field. Cunningham going in and going out for it. He is light, and it's going to fall right in between them. Yeah, they both, I'm not sure who wanted to take over the ball. It's a long run for Cunningham out of right field. And then all of a sudden I saw Brady White, the second baseman, kind of stop, and it landed maybe about 2 feet between each one of those guys, and a base hit on that one for Stager.
It almost looked like that Cunningham had called off White because just the way he ducked out of the way, or maybe because it was a little bit over his head, and it just fell right between them.
Yeah, I agree. That's just my body language. Now you got a pretty good hitter here with Brady Mann up to bat. Worked with his dad Scott for many a year, and he was a guy that was getting looked at from Division I colleges for baseball, and he also played for a national championship team over at Oshkosh. This is popped in the air in the infield, and this time Brady White goes in, squeezes it, and Waupun shuts the door on Lomira in the top half of inning number 1. Just one base hit, one runner stranded. Nobody scores, one strikeout, and after one half of inning, no score in the ball game. Back with Waupun's half of inning number 1 coming your way in just 90 seconds on Radio Plus.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get-to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887. The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
We are back for the bottom. And again, we're back for the bottom half of inning number 1. Steve Witterhack with you. Jeff's going to go check on a camera over on the third base side. Quite a setup here with cameras by each dugout, one out in center field and one right behind home plate. So we got you covered all around the field. Let's take a look at Waupun Warriors and their batting order here today. Emmett Hull will be leading off. Mason Holtz batting second. Evan Sowers batting third. Jake Krieger is the cleanup batter, followed by Chase Bean, the DH. Ethan Cunningham, Bryant Ferris, Conrad Davis, and Hunter Camp. On the mound now, right-handed pitcher for Lomira is Weston Poth. Easton Zangle behind home plate. Here's Weston's first pitch. He's going to miss outside for ball one. Josh Stager over at first base. Eli Filber, the second baseman. Shortstop Jack Lidke. Colton Michaels at third base. Left to right in the outfield, Turner Wagner, Brady Mann, and Connor Steers. He is Lomira defensively. Ball game today. Another one misses outside. Makes it a 2-0 count to Emmett. Another one just off the plate, a little closer, but still off the plate for another ball. Now I'll count as 3-0. Emmett having multiple hits. Yes, was it 2 or 3 yesterday for Emmett? Oh, he's on base. Yeah, he got on base quite a bit. What you want from that leadoff hitter? Find a way to get on. Walk, hit, make him make a play out there, and that's what he did. And that's what he's been doing so far this season for Waupun. Called strike on the next pitch. Makes the count 3-1 to Hull. That one down to the dirt, and the ball gets past the catcher, and make sure that he keeps that catcher honest there and runs hard up the first baseline, which you're supposed to do. So a walk issue to Emmett. And that'll put Mason Holtz to the plate. He had himself a great game yesterday. I believe 3 hits in that game. Loss, of course, to Laconia by a score of 12-8. It's their first loss of the season. Waupun now sitting at 5-1. A big week coming up for the Warriors next week. And a full schedule really tests the depth of your pitching staff coming up next week. First pitch into Mason misses just a bit low. Got the broadcast buddy normally, Randy Armga, out humping the bases. He did a Randolph and a Green Lake girls softball game yesterday. Thought, well, that'll take a little over an hour. That game, but the ending score in that game was Randolph beating Princeton Green Lake 16-11 and went 2 hours and 15 minutes. So he had a long day out there yesterday. Thought it was going to be a short one. 1-1 the count now to Mason. Runner at first base, nobody out, no score on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Emmett takes off on the pitch. That one's down to the dirt and no throw over to second base, so that gets Hull over to second base. In scoring position now for the Warriors. 2-1 the count to Holtz, with Evan Sauer awaiting on deck. Yeah, good stiff breeze heading out again towards left field. Going to help those, sort of left or left center field is heading out in that direction. A beautiful day. Did a little bike ride today. That was nice. Didn't get as much riding in as I thought. I stopped over by the Armga household and ended up talking for about a half an hour. That cut into my bike ride today, but still it was nice to get out and about. Holtz swings on the next one, but fouls it back and out of play. Got nothing done on the honeydew list at all today. So hopefully the wife isn't checking at all the spots that I was supposed to get things done today. But hey, I'm a busy guy sometimes, especially on game days. 2-2 the count now to Mason. Runner at second base. That one is kind of poked right back at the pitcher. He catches it on the line drive right back at Poth. Turns around, throws to second, but Hull getting back safely. So kind of poked, not hard hit ball, but kind of backhanded by Poth. Spun right away to throw it to second, but Hull easily back to second base. So 1 out, still at runner at second, no score in the game, and Evan Sauer up to bat for the Warriors. Evan batting .364 on the season. First pitch into him misses for ball 1. .1-0 the count on Sauer with that runner at second. Both a few checks over to second base and brings it home. It's chopped on the ground and foul over on the third base side. Puts the count now at 1-1. Up and running?
Up and running.
All right. See, I was riding a bike to exercise today. Jeff's is fixing his cameras for exercise today, so that's
steps and ladder crawls.
Yes. 1-1 the count on Sauer. This one down to the dirt, and that squirts away from the catcher's angle off to his left, and that'll easily let Hull get over to third base. Waupun with a runner 90 feet away, trying to get on the board first in this ball game. Lomira wearing their red jerseys, the Lions. White lettering and black highlights and white pants. Waupun in their gray jerseys with black sleeves and gold highlights.
Grab what you want.
Along with the white pants. Just trying to give you a visual if you aren't watching and you are listening on the radio. And this is going to hit a nice hit right between shortstop and third base, an RBI single for Sauer. Nice bit of hitting there. Just a nice easy stroke, taking it out to left field, and Waupun leading 1-0.
Waupun has done a really good job this year as well as in the past as making sure when they've gotten that runner in scoring position at third to make sure that they've been able to push him across. And Evan, a great piece of hitting there to get Emmett Hull across the plate.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive just from what I saw for the few games this week. Very aggressive on the base paths. And heading off and running right now, taking off is Sauer. Head for a slide and safe. It kind of squirts out to center field, but Evan will stay right where he's at second base. So a stolen base for Sauer. With Jake Krieger up to bat. Jake batting .350 on the season.
You know, and the people are going to hear us say the same thing, but this Waupun team is still rather young. Jake Krieger, a sophomore, played full-time last year as a freshman.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to Derek Stanke yesterday. Interviewed him yesterday, and it's just a team out there that you got people like Evan Sauer that's been up on varsity. I mean, he was their main catcher that whole season his freshman year, and
right.
I mean, he's here. He is a junior with 3 years of experience in. So that's guys like that. Mason Holtz with some experience in young and still
makes a difference when you
nice
get to
player.
see those upper-level pitchers at the plate and do that many times.
This pitch is going to miss low into Krieger. 2-1 the count with one down, one run in. Runner at second base for the Warriors. Two-one the count. And Weston Poth on the mound. Let's check over to second base. Brings the pitch home, and that's hit out opposite field to right field, but foul on the right field line. Jeff, we just don't show up to games. We got to do a lot of things ahead of time. Now, you're going to be going over to Randolph, you said, maybe to check out the area over there when we go do a baseball game coming up next week. Not much there. It's very scarce for bleachers or anything. Nothing behind the backstop, and we're just going to be out there. I don't know if we'll see what the weather's going to be like. We might be wearing coats that day next week. Or
That's what it
umbrellas.
sounded like, definitely, didn't
Not
it?
Sure.
Yep, so
hard hit ball again, this time down the left field line, but foul. Count is at 2-2. Have been there. My worst ever weather game was over there. I did a game. I thought it was going to be an easy, fast game. Oakfield over at Randolph. It's going to be done fast. Oakfield's really good. #1 team in the state. Well, Oakfield went through their batting order 2.5 times the first time in. There was freezing rain falling, straight line, winds that was just coming in. I had a canopy thing that I had bolted down, but it was coming right into the side, and that was just nasty. That lasted way too long.
yeah, I kind of have learned my lesson. I still am getting used to this. I still consider myself a greenhorn here, but one of the things they keep telling me, and I believe it, is you got to get to these facilities. That pass ball right there.
Yeah, that one down in the dirt away from the catcher, and an easy base there for Sauer. Now over at third base.
With only one out still, so we'll see again if it holds true that they'll get that runner to come across here with Jake Krieger. But, yeah, you keep telling me prepare. So I'm going to see what different setups we can do.
Yeah, that's what Kerry Longery does over at Fond du Lac for the games. Oh, that one's going to get all the way back to the backstop on ball 4, and it also brings Sauer in from third base. So Waupun now leading 2-0. Runner at first, only one down, and that'll bring up Chase Beam to the plate. Second walk of the inning from Weston Poth.
Chase Beam, only a freshman in the DH spot.
And one of those guys out there, not built like a freshman. He's a solid-looking kid, strong kid. He's been having a great season so far. Batting .389. At number 5 slot right now for the Waupun. So great future here for Waupun baseball. It's going to get swung on and fouled back and out of play. You got Emmett over at third base. Again, another one of those freshmen. And yeah, it's just crazy, the youth on this team for Waupun.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic as they continue to build. I mean, they're still competitive. I mean, that's what's amazing. We're following them here because we believe that they're going to have a chance to do a deep run towards the state tournament.
Conrad Davis and Hunter Camp, the only seniors. What happened to the senior class? The girls' basketball team did not have a senior on the team. Everybody is back for that team this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some really good players, good mix of some experienced players and some new players on the girls' softball team in Waupun. I know they got some great pitching coming up. I can't wait to get over there and do a game or two for them this season.
Yeah, I think we got them on, it's either Tuesday or Thursday. We have them next week, I believe.
Yeah. Great place to do a game from up there. They built that nice little booth, another floor above their concession stand right behind home plate. A great place to call a game. Swinging and missing on the next pitch in, and Beam is out. Runner does advance over to second base. So Beam, a strikeout victim, out number 2, but the runner does get himself over to second base. Krieger over there. And up to bat is Ethan Cunningham. Brian Ferris on deck. Have you been up there in the girls?
I did do a game last year. I believe it was a doubleheader that I did on a Saturday morning. It's one of those things that I wasn't thinking clearly, and there was an 8 o'clock starting game, and I decided that told them I would go up there and do it, and I did. First time ever doing it, and it was a really good game. But again, I think now with some of the equipment we have, we'll even get a better setup there we'll have an outfield camera there as well, and maybe we'll see what I can get done in the dugout area, or maybe shooting just from off the side there.
Foul ball on the first pitch into Cunningham makes the count 0-1. Runner at second base, 2 down. This one is down, called strike on the next pitch in.
Thought it was a little bit lower.
I thought so, but Randy's taught me don't question the umpiring.
Right.
He's sensitive to that.
Well, yes, and he could have pulled enough of a speed off of that at the front of the plate. It might have been in the strike zone, but not in the back of the plate.
0-2 the count now to Cunningham. Here's the pitch from Poth. It's going to miss just off the plate. Yeah, nice. I was going to talk about that booth up there, too. They've got it all drywalled. They've got heat up there. They've got air conditioning up there. They've got food downstairs. You could actually live there if you had to. You have brats in the freezer. You can cook a few of those up, and you could live upstairs above the concession stand over at the softball diamond. This one's chopped over the top of second base. Shortstop steps in. Litke throws it to first in time to stagger to get the out, but not before Waupun comes up with 2 runs on 1 base hit. There was a strikeout, 2 walks, 1 runner stranded, and after 1 complete, Waupun leading 2-0 over Lomira. Back with the top of the second inning in just 1 minute on Radio Plus.
And after 1 inning
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you with Innovative Medicine at 920-249-8757?
Okay, we are back at the Gus in Waupun, and just to let you know for the viewers or for the listeners out there that now we are just on Radio Plus, which you can find us on YouTube and just search for Radio Plus, or go to our website at radioplusinfo.com. But we're just on a Radio Plus doing the video streaming now, and also on 93.7 FM, AM 1170, and 103.3 FM. Some people can't get to a computer right now, and